Hello, everybody. It's Lisa again. This PowerPoint is going to be explaining how to write your introduction paragraph, how to write a thesis statement, and paragraph formatting. An introduction paragraph is the first thing that the person is going to read. Okay, so it's designed to grab the reader's attention. Okay, so you want to inform the reader about the topic that you're going to be writing about. And you want to explain to them briefly why they should care about the topic. And it's going to include what you will be writing about and the conclusion. The introduction paragraph is your chance to make the great first impression. And that's what you always want to do. Okay, to get your paper started off, you want to start with a great attention-grabbing first sentence. Think of it as a hook. Like you're going fishing and you're throwing out the hook and you're reeling it in with the lure and you're bringing in the reader to want to read about the topic that you're writing about. You've researched your topic. Excuse me. You probably have found interesting anecdotes, quotes, trivial facts, something different that maybe you didn't know about, maybe something that you didn't think anybody else knew about. Well, that's the type of thing that you want to use as your first sentence. So once you've had your first great, your first great sentence, you've written your introduction paragraph, I apologize. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to look at that paragraph and ask questions. Okay, did this paragraph tell the reader what the essay is about? Did it explain to the reader what they're going to learn when they're reading this essay? And did you supply an order for the information that you're going to be explaining to them? And that last slide was a little bit premature, but because also in the introduction paragraph, what you're doing is the last sentence of the introduction paragraph needs to be a thesis statement. Okay, and the thesis statement needs to stand out. Okay, and it needs to make sure that it is giving the reader a clear direction of what your essay is going to be about and how you are writing it and the order in which you are writing it. You need it to be strongly worded and impossible to miss. You need to know that the reader knows that this is a thesis statement. This is what this essay is going to be about. The thesis statement will list the points you're writing about and the conclusion. The thesis statement, okay, to create that a good one, is what is the main focus of your essay? Okay, if you've been given the essay topic, okay, I apologize for coughing. Simply restate the question into a statement. Okay, then set about creating the body paragraphs that support that statement. Your thesis statement is a central argument, the central statement of the essay. It needs to be concise and well written. Your thesis goes in as the introductory paragraph. Technically, it actually should be the last sentence of your introductory paragraph. And it's a roadmap to your paper. It informs your reader of what your paper will be about. It also helps to keep the writer in the correct direction, okay, so that you don't go off writing about other things. No, you have your thesis statement. This is what you're writing about. This is the order I'm writing about. So a thesis statement must make a claim or an argument. Okay, it can't be too general, such as eating fast food is bad and it should be avoided. Okay, I already know that, so why am I going to read your essay? Narrow the argument and make it clear what you're writing about. Americans should eliminate the regular consumption of fast food because a fast food diet leads to preventable and expensive health issues, such as diabetes, obesity, and heart disease. Okay, well, now you've gotten my attention. Maybe I was unaware of all of the things that fast food can cause, so I'm going to read your essay to learn more about it. Here are some other examples of thesis statements. Vaccinations against diseases such as polio, rubella, and mumps should be mandatory for all U.S. children who wish to attend school, as these vaccinations are critical to the control and eradication of deadly infectious diseases. Okay, that gives you what you are going to be writing about, the order in which you are writing about it, and the conclusion. Another example is organ donors should be financially compensated to increase the supply of available organs and at the same time to decrease profitable illegal organ harvesting activities in the black market. Okay, again, it tells you what the essay is about, what you are going to be explaining in the essay, and the conclusion. The last example, in order to improve the online behavior of students and decrease cyberbullying related suicide attempts, school officials should have the authority to discipline students who engage in cyberbullying. Okay, again, tells you your topic, tells you the topics that are going to be discussed in the essay, and a conclusion. Paragraph formatting. Okay, a lot of times people will want to write as little as possible. Other times they may write too much. A paragraph should be 5 to 7 sentences long. Okay, you want to make sure that the paragraph has structure. It has these elements. Okay, they're listed here. And that you are explaining the entire topic of that paragraph to the reader. You need to supply enough information so that when they're done reading that paragraph, they understand the topic. If it's going to be longer than 7 sentences and you need, it's longer than that, that's fine. Make it 2 paragraphs. In all honesty, people's attention span is 9 seconds. We do not remember things for long periods of time, unfortunately. And as we get older, it gets worse. But that being said, you want to make your information short, concise, to the point. Also, the best way to look at it is pretend you're writing to my 8-year-old grandson. They know nothing about anything. 8-year-olds know nothing. Okay, so you want to make sure that you explain in enough detail the topic of the paragraph so that an 8-year-old would understand it. So what you're doing here is you're having a topic sentence. That's the first sentence of the paragraph. It motivates the reader to want to read more about that topic. Second sentence is going to be your first main point. Okay, it's going to prove, it's going to back up, it's going to explain the topic sentence. The second main point is usually going to provide the reason for the main point. And then the fourth sentence is going to be the third main point. Okay, this can help to prove your topic sentence. It can go back to the first or second points of the paragraph. And then your fifth sentence is going to be the conclusion. What it does is it sums up all of the points that you made in that paragraph. The biggest thing you want to remember about a paragraph is that everything must belong. Okay, everything in a paragraph needs to belong in that paragraph. Every paragraph needs a topic sentence, which is the first sentence that's going to explain that paragraph. It's going to give the reader the idea of what that paragraph is about. And then the rest of the paragraph is going to be supporting sentences, okay, that are backing up your topic sentence. In a topic sentence, be sure that your topic sentence describes the contents of the paragraph. You will be describing a person, a place, or an object. Okay, but you want the reader to know ahead of time what it is you are going to be writing about in that paragraph. Okay, so think about using your senses of smells, sounds, taste, touch, and sight. Describing a sunset. Okay, the pink sky reflected on the smooth water as the wooden boat creaked. with the soothing drip of water from the oars and the occasional bass jumping made me feel like I was in heaven. Fabulous first sentence. Guess what? Then you're just going to relate some more information in that paragraph about the sunset. In your paragraphs, try to not use the word so. Personally, I don't like the word so. It is overused. Okay, try to, if you want to use the word so in a sentence, take a minute and think about how you can reword that sentence. You are going to be amazed at how much better, how much more polished, how much more professional that sentence is going to sound without using the word so. There is only one and, A-N-D, per sentence. List 3 items in a sentence. That should be the maximum. Technically, yes, the textbook may say 4. 4 is too long, okay? Just keep it at 3. We went to the grocery store, the gas station, and the movies. There should only be one then in a paragraph. There should only be one because in a paragraph. Do not keep repeating the same words throughout your essays. When you're writing about a person, do not use their name in every sentence. But then also do not just refer to them as he or she after using the name once or twice, once, okay? You want to make sure that the reader is always aware of what you are talking about. In the order of your writing, this needs to be decided, okay? You can start with the most important points to the less important points. You can have it the least important to the important. Okay, this is up to you personally to decide what do you think is best. Which do you think is going to grab the listener or the reader's attention and keep their attention? This is the last slide of including what to include. Okay, evidence, proof of your reasons, arguments. Make sure that you have valid information. Evidence can be facts, statistics, appeals to the authority, personal experiences, and examples. Okay, you need to have evidence to support your points when you are talking about, if you're writing an informational essay, if you are writing a research paper, an argument paper. Okay, an example would be children need exercise. Well, then you're going to supply reports from doctors, research papers, research information of how exercise does help children, how schools have shown that you used to, that when school activities are provided, physical activities are provided, the students do much better in education-wise. Okay, so this is the last of my slides. Please feel free to ask questions. I hope this helped you to understand how you are going to be writing a essay or a paragraph, thesis statement, and introduction paragraph.